an American living in Europe, there are so many culture shocks that I experience. It's ridiculous. Now, not for nothing, a lot of them make a lot of sense, but then some of them are just plain confusing. And look, you know something's confusing when the Dutch pull up saying it's confusing. Like, they don't even know. And now, not for nothing, what made me think about this video was literally a comment that I recently saw. And now look, I could be totally wrong, but I think this person was Dutch who made this comment because this person commented on how the Dutch are lazy. And with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and have to say, look, this is not a diss track to that person. I appreciate all the comments. I ain't gonna, look, I'm gonna just super say this. I disagree. But this person did make a great point because the comment was actually on one of the videos where I talked about my work and how basically I'm working a little bit less versus when I was in the States, I worked a lot. As well as personal experience has shown me that, yeah, Europeans as well as the Dutch are not lazy. Just because they ain't putting in 80-hour weeks and 90-hour weeks, that don't mean they lazy. As a matter of fact, beyond the data, just like I responded to this comment, I responded to this comment literally saying how that's funny because I legit just had a corporate meeting, literally, I would say maybe a month or two ago. And in the corporate meeting, they said that the people in Amsterdam, our European team, is outperforming the US, even though the US is working more and have more people. We're working with a third of the amount of people and we're still outperforming them. Come, pimp. Side note though, look at this shot right here. Hold on, pimp, look at that, dang. Now it is super nice today. I am enlightened and holy cow, it is nice. Jeez, man. Like everybody out enlightened today, God dang. But anyway though, just to get back on topic, we're legit pulling, the Netherlands itself is working, I think maybe 30 hours a week or something like that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. But I know that the Netherlands is one of the countries that decided yo, we ain't working 40-hour weeks anymore. So I completely get where this person is coming from. That's what I'm saying. I used to think the same. Look, hey, I'm gonna be honest. But the facts show that European team is outperforming the American team. And that's with us not working crazy hours and getting a reasonable amount of time off. We are outperforming these guys and they have more people. And you know what though? This makes complete sense. When you really think about it, when you take everything into consideration, this makes sense why we are more productive than our colleagues in the States. One, and look, I mentioned this in a video a while back, but one, they're overworked and underpaid, like pimping. There's no way around that. If you're overworked and underpaid and you don't get any time off, it shows in the performance and it shows in the results as well. I mean, I've been there. I'm telling you, I get tapped out if I'm working 20 hours or 18 hours, something crazy like that. I get tapped out. And man, I'm not even a lazy person like Pim. I'm one of the hardest people, hardest working people that I know personally. I work hard and I do a great job. It's just that I realize that working hard doesn't mean just burning yourself out. I realize that, because how much can you get done if you're no good for anybody? You can't even move. And now, I do have to state though, in that person's defense who left a comment, again, I get it. Plus, some people do want to work more. I'm gonna be real, I do put in extra hours for this YouTube channel. I don't have to, but I do. I do. I go out, I like taking my lunch out, hugging the block, talking and chatting it up with y'all, and yeah, it's cool. And then I'm not done after that. I gotta get home and I edit the video. That's just always been how I have been. I've always had something else on the side to do. But if my wife, for example, doesn't have something on the side to do, but does her job really well or runs her business really well and not working 80 hours a week, that don't mean she's lazy. I guess that's where I'm coming from. Some people just wanna do a little bit extra. That's all I'm saying. But it is nice to have the options not to do the extras and still do a good job and not be overworked and have some time off. That's all I'm saying. It's why we have literally so many issues with our police and our teachers. They are overworked. They don't get no time off and they are punished for taking time off, and they're underpaid. And when you have this combination, a lot of bad things happen. A lot of mistakes also happen too as well. So again, this is no shade because most Americans feel this way. They feel that Europeans are lazy. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Sky. And now I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab a quick coffee because someone recommended this place right here. So we are pulling up in here, grabbing a quick coffee. Man, I'll let a player. This is freaking nice. Holy cow. Dang. It looks nice. We got our cappuccino right here. And she brought the honey pippin. Boss. All right, so now we just got to go ahead and make a quick Skypuccino. Now, I'm gonna be honest though, this probably wasn't a good idea to sit here. My table leaning like crazy. So I'm spilling all my Skypuccino all over the place. Something else that kind of confuses me and just doesn't make any sense. Again, the other one didn't really confuse me, but it did confuse me before. The Dutch directness versus the humor. Dutch people and Europeans just in general, the humor is off the chain. I'm not even lying about it either. Like for real, just take Dutch directness for example, right? You would think, like, and this is what I thought. I don't know why, but when I was living in the States, even though I've been here plenty of times, when I was living in the States, before I moved here, I had the idea that there wasn't much humor. Like people were just so serious all the time because, you know, again, you hear about the Dutch directness. And don't get me wrong, I have spoken about this in a ton of videos that Dutch directness, like, look, pimp, none of these people are rude. A lot of people are associated with rudeness. I didn't really associate it with rudeness. I thought it was just I just thought it meant like stiff and like always serious. But again, it is confusing because from what I thought, I was not expecting the humor. A perfect example is, look, y'all see that? You see that? That right there, it's a giant penis. From someone turning 50. Yeah, that confuses me. And man, this cracked me up because this is actually not the first time I've seen something like this. Like I think I saw a huge display of someone who just turned 65 or something. And there was just, I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was like, I believe it was like breast or something else. Oh no, dang it. There was an ant on my cookie. But you know what, pimp, don't worry about that. Go ahead and get down on this cookie. Go ahead. Did y'all get a bite? Even with the ant on it? Alright, so that was the place right there. Then we had the cappuccino. And again, I'll have to give it a 7. No, actually, I'll give it an 8 because the whole place was dope. The people in there were super nice. And they gave you a little cookie, even though there was an ant in mine. I still ate it though. Hey. I know, thanks for whoever recommended this place. This place is really good. If anybody else have any other recommendations, please, pimpin', let me know. Especially in Leiden, because I wanna come to Leiden more. Thanks, I know a lot of people were staring at me back there. Jeez. So when people be staring like that, you just gotta look through the camera. Oh, snap, look at this. Man, I would roll up in this. This is sauce right here. Man. And now something else that is kind of confusing, I'm not even gonna lie, is the whole ice situation. Because I didn't really think about this until my friend came to visit from the States and, you know, he talked about the ice, which is understandable. I already know, look, pimpin', they ain't serving ice like that. You don't get ice in your water, you don't get ice in your soft drink, nothing. But though, they will put ice in something else, and that is alcoholic beverages. Like some beverages that you don't think would be good with ice, they put ice in it. Like, I'm not even lying. I experienced this myself when my wife and I were grabbing a drink somewhere, and they asked to put ice in a rosé, like a wine. Like they're gonna put the ice in the rosé. And legit, after seeing this for the first time, now I see it every day. Like everybody takes their rosé with ice in it. And after seeing it so many times, I legit tried it. I was just like, you know what? Go ahead and give it to me. Like, go ahead. I gotta try it since, I need to see what the hype is about. We ain't getting ice in our water or our other drinks. Let me see what the ice with the rosé is about. Now, if nothing, man, it was good. Like I had no complaints. I see why people do it. Totally get it. And that's the trip, because one of the things that that's a huge culture shock to a lot of Americans, is the fact that we don't use ice that much here. Like here and in Europe, as well as I think in Asia too. They not using ice like that like we do in the States. Side note, I went completely the wrong way. I was supposed to actually go this way. Not paying attention, man. Side note though, look at this street, man. Not for nothing, I almost stopped and struck the pose and just filmed myself. Wow, this street is freaking gorgeous, man. You got the water right there. You got the trees hugging the block so you get the shade. I was like, somebody said what's up to me? This is actually where I want. Dang, we got here quick. Man, this is where I wanted to go. So I came here a long time ago, years ago, and I could not figure out where this place was to save my life the last time I wanted to come. But I think it's called the Burcht or something. It's like a big hill. It used to be like a fort or something, or a fortress. Look, I didn't do any Googling. I could be totally wrong. All I know is that, man, I haven't been here in a minute. Wow, that's a lot of people out. Yeah, Burcht. But yeah, I came this way last time, years ago, and this wasn't even here when I came the first time. I don't think there was like seating and all that stuff out here. People eating and drinking. And you get to the top and you got just this really pretty view back there. You can see the cathedral back right there. And yeah, you just come in, go through this arch right here, and you just chilling. And yeah, man, this is pretty much the reason why I decided to come to Leiden today. I was like, you know what? I found the picture and I was like, I gotta go back to this spot. Like, I got to. So look, I'm gonna just go ahead and super say this. If you come to Leiden, you gotta come to this spot, the Burcht. Like, come to this spot, chill on the grass, and have a coffee, cappuccino, or a skypuccino. Or you can go to one of these restaurants down here. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite places in the Netherlands. Like, pimping, it is this thing right here. The Burcht, or Burcht. And I think the last thing that does seem, that's kind of confusing to me, would have to be that it seems like pedestrians don't really have the right of way, like, ever. Okay, that's not true. I will say we do have the right of way. If we're walking, the walker has the right of way to a car. That's what it does seem like. So a lot of times the walker does have the right of way to a car, but not to bikes. Even when we do have the right of way, it seems like, dude, I ain't gonna lie, like, it seems like I'm always getting bailed at. Even when I have the right way, I'll have the solid lines for me to go, but nope, I'm getting bailed at. But yeah, man, even when we supposedly supposed to have the right way, because look, I've been reading up, I've been studying, because look, I'm trying to get my license soon. So look, I've been studying, and I was like, I don't think I ever have the right of way. Even when I'm supposed to. But anyway, man, for real, like, if somebody could explain this to me, because I am so confused with it. Like, I don't know, like legally, we will have the right of way, but man, people on bikes do not care. You do not have, if you're not on a bike, you ain't got the right of way. Someone could explain this to me, like, for real. Because I'm telling you, even the solid white lines, it seems like we don't have the right of way. I'm just super saying, like, it seems like we're supposed to have the right of way, but we don't. And I cannot tell you how many times, like, I stepped out where even when I have the light, I don't have the right of way. Now, granted, a lot of times I stepped out and I wasn't paying attention, I almost got hit. That was my fault. That's my bad. And I guess it's a bit confusing because, I mean, as an American, I'm kind of used to pedestrians having the right of way, even though, look, that's a whole nother argument, because I ain't gonna even lie. It's like we have the right of way in America, but it's not made for us. Like, it favors everything but the pedestrian. And so, oh snap, that is nice right there. Damn, got freaking dual exhaust, man. Look, see, even right there, we had the right of way, but all of us was like rushing to get across because we ain't trying to get hit. And so now this line is different. You can walk across, but I'm pretty sure you don't have the right of way. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong, but I've been learning. I get the sense of, like, even if I had the right of way, like, legally, if somebody would have hit me on a bike, they would blame me. Like, if the cop were to come and give one of us a ticket, they'll give me the ticket. Like, you were walking. I'll be honest too, I feel like that might be the reason I get my first ever ticket, from walking. Hey, I'm just Super Saiyan. Oh man, side note, I kind of want to stay in Light a little bit longer, but I gotta get home. I need to be back in Harlem soon. But dang, I wish I could have stayed a little bit long just to show you guys around a bit more. But I have to work a lot today. So yeah, I couldn't do it. Next time though.